It's Mark Lawton here from Risk. Hope you're all well. So my challenge today is to summarise the Microsoft Newcomers Experience for you in less than 5 minutes. Considering that we have a 158-page document from them, that might be a bit of a challenge, but I'll do my best. Focuses around cloud services, primarily helping customers around security, productivity, and what we call agility. So moving services into the cloud.
Hi, thanks for joining us. You're listening to Straight Talking 365 with Mark Lawton and guests.
So the Newcomers Experience, or the NCE, as I'm going to refer to it as going forward, is basically a fundamental change in the way Microsoft's customers buy what are referred to as seat-based licenses. So when they talk about seat-based licenses, that's primarily Microsoft 365, Windows 365, Power Platform, and Microsoft Dynamics. So if you rewind back around 10 years when Microsoft launched Office 365, at that time you could only buy the licenses direct from Microsoft, either through an enterprise agreement or through the web portal. And at that time, there were both a monthly and an annual commitment option and the price to go along with those. And obviously the monthly commit price was higher. So wind forward a few years when Microsoft launched what they call the Cloud Solution Provider Program, otherwise known as CSP, which allows customers to buy through Microsoft partners. Effectively, all of the subscriptions within CSP were annually committed, but Microsoft and most partners never enforced that annual commitment. So as you probably know, you could reduce seat counts and suspend subscriptions without penalty and actually get a pro rata rebate for any money that had been paid up front. So all that's going to change from the 1st of March, and what's called the legacy platform is going to be replaced with something called NCE, Newcomers Experience. And so there are a couple of key things happening. So when your subscription renews, it will have to renew onto the new commerce experience, and that annual term will be enforced. And with that annual term, you'll have the option to pay annually or pay monthly, depending on your preference. Or you can move some or all of your seats to a flexible monthly plan, but that does now have a premium of 20% for that flexibility. So one of the questions we get asked a lot is, what if I do nothing? The answer to that is when your subscription renews, and just bear in mind that if you have different products, then the subscription dates may be different depending on when you took those products out in the first place. When your subscription renews at any point after the 1st of March, you'll need to renew onto the NCE on a 12-month subscription unless you decide otherwise and opt for a monthly plan. So just to add to the complication, Microsoft have also announced previously a number of price increases that take effect on the 1st of March across a number of the key products. And these are primarily Business Basic, Business Premium, E1, E3, E5, plus Microsoft 365 E3. And those increases are somewhere between 8.5% and 25%, depending on which license you're talking about. So if you do renew your licenses onto the Newcomers Experience before the 1st of March, then you can avoid that price increase for at least 12 months, as you'll begin a new 12-month subscription. If not, when your subscription renews, for example, it could be the 1st of July, then you'll begin paying the new price that's in force at that time. So obviously with the number of users we're looking after, about 25,000, this is a big exercise for us to manage. But we thought the important thing was that we got the message out to our customers as soon as we knew exactly what was happening and communicated it to you. So we can make sure that you're aware of it, and we can help you manage that transition and minimise your exposure and ensure that you continue maximising your flexibility. So one other change that's worth mentioning is you can actually mix and match licenses going forward on the same subscription. So, for example, you could have 100 Business Premium licenses on an annual subscription and also 10 Business Premiums on a monthly subscription, which allows you to retain some flexibility without having the whole sort of impact of that 20% premium. So if you're a business that changes seat counts often, if you're a seasonal business, for example, or you know that you may be reducing staff over the next 12 months, then worth considering splitting the annual and monthly commitments. But by all means, have a chat to Risk and we can help you through this. Hopefully that's helped, and hopefully that was less than 5 minutes.
Thanks for joining us. You're listening to Straight Talking 365 with Mark Lawson and guests.